What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Structure. I'm your host, H. Join with my co host, E, and we
What
break
up?
down
What
your
up?
favorite TV shows, movies, and documentaries.
That's right. Today we're doing Better Call Saul, episode 7. Plan and execute in more than one way. H, let's get a structure.
Let's go. This episode was packed jam, full of surprises. I did not see that ending coming. Like, I did not see the
Nope.
ending coming. When you have AMC who's used to doing these mid-season finales, sometimes they are impactful. We're thinking back of The Walking Dead, but I did not see something at this level. This is something you could end,
H,
man, like
you,
season 7 on, and
you
we can
talk
go for
about
like season 8.
you talk about kicking a man when he's down.
Man. But before
That
we get too
ending,
much into
we
it,
won't get into it, but they really kicked him when he was down. I mean,
damn,
you
man,
just when you
what a way
thought
to
you hit
go.
the bottom, a whole new floor opened up for you.
So this was the mid-season finale for episode 7. So and the final season of the show, season 6.
Yep.
The show comes back on July 11th. That's when they
Can't
come back
wait.
with the second half of the show and the season finale. So we have to assume, we already know that Brian Cranston is going to be reprising his role as Walter White, and he's going to be in this second half of the show. It's going to be
Yeah.
the finale, maybe a couple of episodes
And
before
Jesse.
to add more tension.
Can I say it? Can I say it? Bitch.
No, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be interesting to see. This is gonna be this next. The second half is gonna be very tense. It's gonna be pack jam because we're living in a cliffhanger where
Yeah.
what are Kim and Saul gonna do? Because let's be
Right,
honest,
right.
we don't know where Kim is when Breaking Bad starts. Is Lalo gonna have a 2-for-1 in this particular when we come back on episode 8? We
So
don't
that,
know.
yeah, exactly. And that's one of the things that I was thinking actually might happen was that maybe Lalo doesn't stop at Howie and eliminates Kim as well. That would make sense. Or does Kim go on the run? She gets scared because she looked pretty scared in that scene. And does she take off, gain a conscience, and she's deep in it and she's committed?
This is what I really want to know because Kim is not on the Breaking Bad, and this is the prequel to Breaking Bad. We're right at the cusp
Yeah,
where everything converges together, and we have the show that we all love, and I create this spin-off.
yep.
But Kim, we see that she has changed. She has evolved from season 1 to who we see now. And the last episode, she turned her back when she turned the car around on her dream of being this pro bono attorney, helping people, doing good things for the world, where she would have enough money to do whatever she wanted to do, right?
Yep.
But no, she turned back.
She turned around like a
Complete.
believer in a cult. That was bad news.
No, she wanted to literally go through with the plan that Jimmy and her has set out to do against Howard, and we saw her at the background with her mom. She's used to that stuff, and this is ingrained in her. She gets some joy from this to the point that you can tell
Yes.
when they're having the lawyers are having their meeting and they're listening in and they're listening to Howard just struggle and be looked at as a drug addict as somebody that's crazy.
Yeah.
They get so turned on that they're on the couch doing whatever they have to do. They're handling business on
Yes.
the couch as the call goes on.
Howard's character completely devolved and basically was left with the skeleton of himself. He was likened to the wizard behind the curtain in the Wizard of Oz. Everybody looked at him with shame and pity and disbelief, and he felt that in the meeting, which is what led us to the ending. We'll get to that, but it was masterfully done by by Kimmy and also by Saul. Masterfully done. They saw every move coming, and they actually not only did they counter it, but some of the moves they had to go along with, and they did. How
Oh, he
brilliant
did.
was that?
If we think back, he planned everything from even the PI, the private investigator that we thought,
Exactly.
oh man, Saul doesn't know about it. This man went as far as to have someone call the office, pretend to be the investigators that they normally use at Howard's law firm, right?
Yep.
Say that they changed their name, their number. So when Howard calls, they get a new investigator. Howard is all trusting, there's no way Jimmy would have gone to this lengths to fool me throughout this whole situation,
Yeah,
to the
but
point
he
that they take the
underestimated.
pictures.
Yeah,
Look at what they do with the pictures. We see what medicine they got from that doctor, from
exactly,
the shady doctor. They get
exactly.
these exact pictures of the judge showing Jimmy handing some money to the guy. Then to when Howard he wants to use that as proof to say that I'm not crazy. He's going back and forth with the judge, saying, you know what, this guy is compromised. Here's the pictures, hilarious. There's this skinny guy throwing a frisbee with a gigantic mustache.
Oh
How
my God.
crazy!
I mean, and if this was a chess match, Kim and Jimmy have checkmate on Howard because they got him from all different angles and he has no other moves. Like you said, they got him with the PI. They also got him with the pictures. They first gaslighted him with the picture that looked like he was actually. Let's go back because they gaslighted him with the original pictures that was at the bank where he got $20,000, and then they gaslighted him where it shows that he allegedly was paying off the judge, and then they gaslighted him in the meeting with the judge showing up one, and also them lacing the pictures with it seemed like either LSD or something like that because he definitely felt something. He was high off of something, and that was from the pictures that they drifted on, which is why they wore the gloves. And then after that, they watched it all burn down. It was masterfully done, and they celebrated at the end, I guess.
Master strategist, guys. This
Yes.
guy went to such lengths. Like I was like, man, why is he wearing gloves? It's because of this. This whatever liquid was in those pictures made Howard's feel like
Yeah.
the guy's high on
LSD,
something.
PCP, something like that.
They made him sweat. He was sweating
Yep.
through the whole thing. They already planted the seed with the other lawyer that he's been using drugs, that he's hiring prostitutes, that he's doing
That
all
too.
kinds of crazy stuff.
It
And
all
man,
came to a head. It was brilliantly done.
but before we
And
get to the man's demise, let's talk about Lalo. Because Lalo, this is how the show opens. Lalo's been back, not
the
just
man in the
he's been
gutter.
back. He's been hiding in a sewer, watching what's happening at the laundromat because now he knows there's a state of the art med lab there. This is the lab that eventually Walter is going to be using. Walter and
That's right.
Jesse use to develop their crystal meth. And he's thinking, well, I think I can handle the guys on that. I mean, I could go in and just handle my thing. Which they led us to believe that we're gonna see some kind of attack from Lalo to the laundromat because that's what he was planning, just to
Hmm.
have a switch and have us see Lalo show up at the end of the episode to Saul's house and handle business with Howard. That was shocking to me. How surprising was that to you?
How does that? And I guess the only thought process is that he's going to Jimmy to get information about Gus and what his involvement was. Maybe he's connected the dots. That's the only thing that makes sense as to why he showed up at Jimmy's house, and then subsequently off Howard. But why wouldn't he just go to Gus and get revenge on Gus? He has a bigger plan. However, we all know that Mike and the crew, they're on point, in blind faith. They followed Gus even though they had no proof that Lalo was still alive. And then eventually they discovered that he is from the phone call. And now they're on high alert. Now the question is, were they able to follow Lalo, or are they just sitting at Gus's house and things are going to happen with Jimmy? That's a really, really good situation. A
They
great
also
clip.
been following Kim and Jimmy, so there's a chance that they might be able to show up and help out. A little too late for Howard because we saw that that was a few minutes of the
All you
show,
need to
right?
do is
But it
just
was
pick
so
up the
tense.
pieces and put it back together, H.
I
You know,
don't even think crazy glue is gonna be able to fix this thing. No, so we
uh,
see that those few minutes, like 5 minutes or 3 minutes that was left in the show, it was
Yeah.
so tense because Kim and Saul are telling Howard, "Get out, just go, man, go." Listen,
yeah.
if I'm somebody's house
And
and some dude just shows up out of
his stubborn
nowhere,
self would not listen.
no, if somebody shows up like that and somebody go, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna ask too many questions. I'm
You
out of
see the
there.
fear in their eyes. I'm out. I'm gonna help myself and maybe help y'all by leaving. But this guy had to have the moment. And so you talk about kicking somebody when they're down, opening up another level to bottom. And that's exactly what happened to Howie, because just when he lost his career, he lost his wife, he lost
He
the
lost
faith
everything. He
of
lost.
people around him, he lost his life too. And that was unfortunate turn of events and totally unexpected. Totally
I
unexpected.
feel bad for Howard because at the end of the day, he's not a terrible person, right? And he talks about, oh, I went through depression, I went through stress, I went through that, I went through this, I went through that, my marriage, I've
And
been
gone.
sleeping in the guest house. So he gives you the rundown how bad luck of a luck this guy's had, and that's been the theme of the season. This
Like, oh
guy's
really?
gone
You
through
should just end
so
it.
much. He's
Yeah.
gone through so much that finally, he's just telling Jimmy off. You know what? I'm gonna get up from this. I'm gonna land on my feet. But no, he landed face down or
It, on the
landed on
carpet.
floor. Yep, man, terrible
Amazing.
ending. I feel bad.
Well done by the writers on the irony. Well done. And yeah, like we've been saying, it's been a great season thus far. I can't wait for the continuation.
Let me
I
know.
hate that
Let
we
me
have
know
to
one
wait until
thing.
July. Go ahead.
What do you rate this episode?
Yep. We'll give it a 10 all day. 10 all day.
I can't agree with you more. This is a 10. This is a masterfully done episode. Get me engaged from the beginning of the episode all the way to the end. I'm still thinking about it, and I can't wait for July 11 when the show comes back.
I'll be there.
So, I mean, like, this is how good television is done. Everything was well planned. Like, this, the whole
Totally
heist,
plausible. Yes.
the whole heist that Saul pulled off from the whole half of the season, right? From beginning to end, like when everything, all the pieces come together, you're like, wow, this is what he was really doing.
Mhm.
This is amazing. This is great. It just, this is how you create anticipation. You know you're gonna have a great season finale once the show ends, and we can't wait for it. And we're gonna miss the show for sure. We're gonna miss it for these few
Yes.
weeks. It's gonna be gone. We're gonna miss it once the show ends. Hopefully, we get something.
But not before we see
announced.
Walter and Jesse. Can't wait. Let's do it.
Can't wait for that. I think that's it for this episode. Guys,
Yeah.
don't forget to like, subscribe. Thank you so much for checking out our videos. Leave us some comments. We got more stuff. Check out our library. We have plenty of videos, a few shows that we're recommending here. So just let us know what you think about that.
Hey, that's right. We got more episodes on the way. We'll be here and you should be here too. Until that time, I'm E, this is H, and we are
Unstructured.
That's right.